So if you got something better to spend your runes on, go for it. I'm just gonna get some stone sword keys, because of what we're about to get unlocked. Another noteworthy thing to get is if you don't have a holy weapon or something like that, after you've visited Garang, this guy will sell you this kind of stuff. I guess intelligence is on there as a requirement, but nothing wrong with those.
That I might following on those who live in death. Their mere existence, so it is.
So in this area you will be dealing with poison. I think just as a way to simply survive the area, I'm going to raise my vigor, or my HP. Because you don't want to waste an ounce of your very first, you know, your first payout, I guess you could call it. I just want to go with a necessary amount. I don't want to go too far over or too far under. I can definitely confirm that I'll take that amount of health. I feel confident that I could survive the area, so that I can keep my runes, but we'll see. Down here you'll want the cure poison, and it's called rotten breath, but I call it cheese breath, because once you get something rotted, it's lights out. If you find things too difficult, rot can definitely change things. You want to use your status effects as much as you possibly can when it, you know, shorten the amount of time that it's going to take for you to eliminate your enemy. So most people wouldn't recommend this as a at this level, but we're brave. This chariot is not cool. It's just not cool. It's a bit of a struggle. What isn't? You'd be surprised to see that this is actually a safe spot, I think. Yep. Just be patient, because this thing is relentless. And right here, you're gonna drop off. The idea is to be sneaky. Just gotta give it your all, man. When you get used to just tackling areas that are just not fun, it's the best feeling ever. Oh my god. Oh, of course. Alright, so I think this is it. I think I just took the wrong turn last time. I was trying to do too much. Oh, this is... I kinda don't want to bother with this, but I'm gonna. Because that's a nice talisman. Alright, I went that way last time. Oh, I did not know that they could come in. I'm gonna see if I can... I'm gonna see if I can get it caught in the trap. Probably not. Ooh, look at that. Oh man, relentless. All right, let's get that dragon seal. So right now we are level 31. Just got a little bit of vigor, a little bit of mind, a little bit of faith, a little bit of arcane. It's the fastest way to the seal. Oh, of course he changed direction. Hell? Sorry about that. And that's how I like to get my seal, because I don't have to kill him. So that takes care of that. That's one creative way to do it. And we're gonna continue on our adventure. The next NPC in Limgrave would be Sorceress Selin, and I believe this is the ruins right here that you would locate her. Go from a close side of grace, and in order to free Sorceress Selin, there is a Pumpkinhead boss fight, which I think we are probably more than prepared to handle now. The only big deal is that it's in a small room. So before we go and see Sorceress Selin, up here there is a spell book for you magers. Well, he just dropped the Glintstone staff. So if you are like me and you started a Wretch class and you don't have a staff, you can kill these guys, the mages, like you just saw me do, and that was obviously a lucky drop. But that's how it works with Arcane, because of that little bit of item discovery. But anyway, this is the Waypoint Ruins, where you'll find Selin in the basement. After, of course, dealing with this guy. Simple enough.
Well, but one must choose. I was as a reviled. You still. Very well, but I refuse to anticipate grief.
So I think Glintstone Pebble, like, it's probably the most useful spell out of the sorceries. You can just, yeah, you can just spam it. So even for somebody like me who has very low intelligence, I can you know, just equip that staff and, you know, have mage. No big deal. Let me see what the requirements are. Yeah, you can wield it with 10 intelligence and yeah. But if you want more spells, on this map there is, I think it's down here, that has a spell book for you to learn more sorceries. Yeah, I think it's at the top of this, the top of these buildings over here. Just want to be careful because these guys cast spells. And here you are, Royal House Scroll. And with that being done, you can go right back to Sorceress Selling and expand your knowledge of glintstone sorceries if you wish. So if you are a mage or are not a mage, this is good.
Shall. Is that very well? I'll be sure to never lose them.
Now the next NPC I think is important for you to unlock is Patches, and he's in the Murkwater Cave. The Murkwater Cave, if you didn't remember, that's where we were headed when we got invaded and did Yura's questline. I recommend a torch up until you don't need it anymore, I guess. For players who may not be in the know and have struggles with Margit the Fell, there's an item that you can get from Patches that will stun Margit. Oh. Easy enough. It's another great thing about these dragon spells, you know, there's just massive AoE. Or right in front of you at least, not like around you. But definitely helps. Especially when it's rot or frost. and I'm going to explore all of these caves and stuff, because everything is going to give you something, but I'm starting off with the most important ones. Make sure I'm all topped up here on health and whatnot. I'm just exhausting the dialogue here. I mean, I'm just trying to get through this. If you can get here, you can kind of see what's up for yourself. Now, when after you've done this and you revisit him here, he has a shop. Load. All right. Bloodstains in here, huh? So, here there is Margit's Shackle. For the people struggling with Margit the Fell. I personally don't feel like I need it, but it can shorten the length of the fight, because you can stun them twice. You can only do that 2 times in phase 1, however. Oh, need more runes. So, if Margit's really giving you that much trouble, you just shackle against them. And patches will be moving throughout the land as we progress through the game. So, if you can't get all these items right now, don't really worry about it.
Cheers for that.
The next NPC is Blood, and as you saw, I just ran through the Mistwood, and I came back here to Calais. After asking him about it, you'll basically do that emote and call him to you. So the exact location in Mistwood, I have to go, I forget where that is, but I'll show you. And here we go, Mistwood Ruins. So be careful, because there's a big old bear. And it does not have to be nighttime, apparently. So, finger snap. And there he goes. I'm gonna go over and talk to him before I raid the chest down there, because I'm gonna warp after, so I don't have to deal with the bear. Apologies for how long it took me to get here, because I actually forgot where it was on the map. So if you're watching, this is where the Mistwood ruins are. So right in the middle of the greenery here. And Blood is over here. And I'm just going to exhaust his dialogue.
Carly sent you. The name's Bloody Flags on it. Come tell me if you find him. I can offer you. Darrow, I'm in need of it. Darrow is in need of it.
So with him looking for Darrow, that is an actual boss in the game, and he can be summoned for help with the boss. And I think that's exactly what we'll do next. Axe Talisman. So, after reaching him there, the Forlorn Hound Everjail is where we would want to go, and I think that would be this. If you ever see something that looks like a blue hole in the ground, more than likely it's an Everjail, where someone is, or something is imprisoned. So that's where we'll go next. So once you actually enter the Everjail, Blood becomes available as a summon. And it makes this much easier, this fight.
Darrow, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
That takes care of that. And then after the fight, talk to Blood outside. And exhaust his dialogue.
Oh yes. If you venture north to Ray Lucaria and come across a tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough this time we parted with. That's enough this time we parted.
Our last NPC, I think, is Kenneth Height, and that involves clearing Fort Height, which is here. That's the site of Grace I got earlier. I did not show Alexander, but like I said, I had already freed him on the way through Saints Bridge to get to D over here, but he's somewhere on the upper hill right before the Saints Bridge site of Grace. He'll be calling for help. You'll hear him somewhere up here. And Mr. Height is, I think, on this bit of land right here. You can actually clear out the dungeon before you speak to him. and accept the quest. But here he is. And this is where he is right here. So
True order and celebrated repudiator. Well, fellow, despite a bit might have heard, untarnished, I want you to tonight come. What is my fault? Oh, fretless celebrate.
alright. Really, in this event or this mini quest, the only actual kill that you have to make is the knight at the top of the tower. Everything else you don't really have to worry about. This is also very important because this is where the other half of the Dectus medallion is, and the Dectus medallion is that's how you can progress further in the game, because at some point you're going to need it, unless you take another pathway through the game, which isn't so straightforward, but it's another way to access the rest of the game if you haven't obtained the lift of Dectus, the Dectus medallion, I mean. So I'm just waiting for these enemies to clear out so I can actually go up in the tower. And as I said before, the only enemy that you actually have to kill is the Blood Knight or whatever. There are obviously other useful items you could get from here if you want. I mean, while you're here, you may as well just clear it out. Yeah, Rot's pretty OP. And with this Ash of War, the Bloody Slash, I mean, it's pretty cool. I like Seppuku better, but there you go. Now that's for not late game, but it's pretty important as an item. So we've got that early on. Now that the knight's dead, the fort is basically over with as far as the quest requirements go. But I'm going to clear out the rest of the fort. Alright. So glad this thing is not alive, huh? Alright. I'm gonna go back to Kenneth. And then you want to make sure that after you've spoken to him back at the initial location where you found him, you want to go back to the fort and speak to him there again.
Did you? Well done. I knew it. Go ahead. much. What's that look? Well, and even the which is why just you. Would you like? I see. Enter to know what say you. Very high you. I shall hold. I see. Right, I've much. Right there, I've much to do.
Just making sure that dialogue is all done. Now, this is important basically because there's another quest line that will cross over with his, and once they're complete, you'll get a nice item. But go back here and make sure you meet him again. And this time, instead of all those soldiers you saw, it'll be gross demi-humans. And here, just exhaust his dialogue. Sorry, Mr. Height. Almost killed him.
I'm sorry to have lived, but I haven't the great. But now, for a true, I must be for a true. I must for a true.
All right, and that's the end of his story. Well, that's the end of this part of the storyline for now. I did mention Bernal earlier, and he is at the War Master Shack, and if you want more Ashes of War, he's got them for sale.
There you are.
And if you want to, you can just like buy them out, because it's really nothing here is really that expensive. So all right, so I know I've taken a bit of your time already, but there is a sub area, I guess you could call it, or an extension of Limgrave called the Weeping Peninsula, and there are NPCs and quests there as well. Specifically Irina and the Bridge of Sacrifice and her father Edgar. So from here on our map, we want to go south. This area is fogged, but we will come across a map for the area. Another sad story. It's how it is in the FromSoft tales. But I'll let you watch and see for yourself. So Irina is the blind daughter of Edgar.
Hello, my type angel. My name is the servant's light, but I swear my good father decided him. The servant, they've since come for. I fear it's no release. Would you mind my soul wish, please?
Now, what I'm going to do is, obviously there's a lot more exploring that we could do. All I'm doing right now is knocking out all the quests, and then I'm just gonna dive in and actually complete the rest of the areas in the game. For now, I'm skimming through, and I can revisit when I'm stronger, or you know, whatever the case is. But for right now, I'm just completing the quest lines. And if you're here at nighttime, there is a Knights Cavalry, so be careful. There he is, right up there. So we're gonna avoid him and go talk to a merchant friend next to a site of grace. The Knights Cavalry, they're not anything like super duper hard, but for now, avoid them. And where we're headed is Castle Morn. There should be a map right here. This guy likes to shoot, so be prepared for that. There's also a deathbird spawn right here on this strip of land at night, so watch out for that. Oops. Not going to take him down because that's going to take too much of my time. I'm just here for what I'm here for. Now there is a boss in here that we may or may not struggle with, but you haven't really seen me struggle so far. And like I said, these are my stats. You can do what I'm doing, or you can, you know, do whatever, deviate from what I'm doing. Nothing special, but this is getting me through the game. So what you'll do when you come up here is, I think I remember the path straight to Edgar. The pain in this area is the misbegotten enemies. They're just really annoying, is all. So I'm gonna run past everything because I'm not here to fight, at least this time. Oh, just didn't want that dog chasing me. The enemies here are pretty good chasers, so yeah. Right here you come up on these barrels. Jump right on down, avoid all of this crap. Let the soldiers fight. And up here is Edgar.
You can see menial, they gave me good towel, creeping soil, or whatever. You take this. the castle's sure to try. If you, her father will come for her. If you say her father will...
Alright. Alright. Back to the Bridge of Sacrifice. There is another choice as well, which involves killing Edgar, which progresses the quest line in the same way, but I'm gonna do it the quote-unquote intended way. This quest is important because if you want to get a certain ending, a certain NPC will not appear for you to begin the quest line until you've done this one. So now, the next part of this quest is to defeat the boss of this area and then go back and talk to Edgar. I forget exactly how to get to the boss, but that is where we are headed. Oh, really? Ah, here we go. This is a wall that you can jump over. Like if you were in another section of the game, you could actually jump over the wall to this grace. But anyway, the boss is all the way down there on that island. That's where we're headed. I don't know if you can sneak past this one. But if not, that's fine, because all I really do is run past them anyway, because it's just not worth fighting. So where we're headed is to jump on that building there. I just came up here for the Twin Blade Talisman. Alright, let's see. How do we get down from here? Here we go. Like I said, of course, there's a lot more to the area and all that, but I'm just getting the objectives done, sticking to the goal for right now, and I'll come back to this area. And there's the boss gate. A couple enemies here, so be careful. I'm not sure where the Grace is around here. But the boss is ahead. I'm gonna look around a bit and see if I can find it. Oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. And you already know we're gonna cheese breath it. If my, oh, there we go. Well, that's frost breath. And there you go. Just make it easy, you know. Now that you have this, go back to Edgar. just the Dark Souls habit of sending the lifts back down. It's just so annoying when you have to pull a lever and wait. Especially in certain situations, if you get what I'm saying. No, whatever. Just way simpler, just run through the area and do what you gotta do instead of stopping to fight everything.
I mean, for keeping the sword no longer sight. Thanks to devote my arena as I only hope. Thanks to devote my arena as I only hope.
Alright, now that that's all done, you basically go back to, you'd go back to arena, to where you started the quest. And when I warped back the first time, I just had to wait until the enemies were no longer aware of me. So, take a few seconds. And this is where this portion of the quest line will stop for now until we reach a new area.
How could this be? My daughter did fought right. I choked and oh, the foul. I'll hunt them down. Rest assured. Oh, the foul. I'll hunt them. Rest assured.
All right. Now I think that basically wraps it up for all of the NPC quest lines that you could possibly miss in Limgrave. Now that you've started everyone's quest lines in Limgrave, as you progress through the game, you'll be able to continue their quest lines as you progress through the game.